So what really got the ball rolling on Without a Script, or previously known as I Love Ashley Bailey?
After we filmed Reflections, Drew McNally and I were talking about this film. I was talking about this film that I wanted to make, my first feature film, and he was very interested in acting in it. So we started talking about this thing, and he kept pushing me to get it started. I had the screenplay basically written, called it I Love Ashley Bailey, a compilation of my experiences and ideas from my freshman year. Drew was planning on going to Germany for the summer, so we wanted to film some of Ashley Bailey to get it started before the fall 2006 semester. So we started filming with a couple of different actors, but it didn't look great. It sounded decent because I'd already got my good microphone, realizing after Reflections the importance of good sound. But no good lights, because if people don't like my movies because of the bad lighting, that's their problem. Big, bad, wrong idea. It is my problem. We started filming it in spring 2006, but it never really got off the ground. So that summer, I really spent time refining, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna make this movie, I'm gonna start over from scratch with the screenplay and revise it a little bit, and I'm gonna get a good cast. Not that the cast wasn't decent, and a lot of the actors stayed on actually for the final version. But I was like, I'm gonna do this again, and it's gonna be right. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it technically sound. I mean, even if my storytelling skills are crap, that is the least I can do. Like, I have no excuse because I can make it look and sound good not to do so. And I realized at that point that alone, not having grainy, grayish looking video and having decent sound that is audible, would set me apart from 90% of the other indie filmmakers out there. So I was like, you know what? This matters. And it's not about being the best so I look the best for other people. I have to be the best I can be for me. And that drives me to push myself forward in a way that I don't think you can get from other people. I think it has to come from within. Otherwise, people wear out, they burn out, and they're like, you know what, this isn't worth it. There's 100 billion people who start making movies, and they're just like, I'm not going to get as many girls as I thought, and this is a lot of work, so no thanks. You know, and it's like, so that's the thing, it's like you have to have an inner need to tell stories. A lot of people aren't into filmmaking because they like filmmaking. They're into filmmaking because they want to be famous. The art department, theater department, TV studio department, any department, you have like 90% of the kids who are like, this is a thing. And they cling to the superficial characteristics of that rather than truly understanding what it is and having this inner passion that drives them. And for that reason, they usually end up lost or they lose motivation because they aren't getting famous, because they want the fame. And it's not that they have this inner need to be something. Like, you can usually tell those students apart like right away. There are a few actors, for instance, who I could immediately tell are going to make it as actors. And it's not about talent or anything else. It's about needing to make it, needing to work. And that's what a few people have, and that really was going to set them apart, I think. Like Matt Margraff is one. I think he's going to make it because he has to do it for himself. He was interested in Ashley Bailey. He didn't have any film experience. During the summer of 2006, I contacted him. I was like, hey, would you be interested in playing this character of Jeff in Ashley Bailey when I start shooting it in the fall? He was very interested, and that got me motivated too, because I thought I'd seen him on stage, and I'd seen that he was a good actor, and he's also a playwright. And so I was like, hey, this guy who actually is decent is interested in being involved in this project. Maybe I have a chance here, you know. So that further motivated me to get more actors, and so I got a whole cast together, starting at about 20 people, and we started filming in fall 2006 for I Love Ashley Bailey. And I did it with good lights, and by that I mean like $32 work lights from Walmart. You just, you know, plug it in an extension cord and turn it on, and point at a wall so it bounces back and is ambient, and you're good to go. It's like there are 3 levels of lighting: grainy, crappy YouTube lighting, well lit, like news lighting, you know, that's the key there. And then there's cinematic lighting, which I'm not quite to yet, but I'm getting there. And that's like film noir, one light right here, you know, and having shadows, and then having like that, and burning sage, so then there's smoke in the room, and the moonlight filtering in through the blinds, you know, onto somebody's face. And that's what I'm working toward next, but at least I am to the point where my lighting is good, to where it is solid, well lit. So I'm at that stage 2 and working into that stage 3.